More than 9 million soldiers were killed and more than 21 million wounded. Millions more were imprisoned or went missing. As many as 13 million civilians died of starvation, disease, or at the hands of invading forces. By the time Germany lost the war, its population was starving and its economy lay in ruins. Its empire had crumbled, along with the royal monarchies of Austria-Hungary and Russia. Europe and the world were forever changed. How had this all come to pass? A war with many names. Before 1914, wars had usually been local, between two combatant powers. Now there was a global struggle fought on several continents. At first it was known as the Great War. It was also called the Kaiser's War, or Kaiser Bill's War. Kaiser means emperor, and Bill was Wilhelm II, Germany's leader. Some called it the War to End All Wars, which sadly it wasn't. It became known as World War I, once World War II began in Europe in 1939. Chapter 1. Rival Empires. In 1914, the world looked very different than it does today. Africa and South Asia were largely ruled by the British and French empires. Raw materials from France's and Britain's overseas colonies made the empires very rich and powerful. Germany was still a young nation. Once a collection of small kingdoms, it had unified only in 1871, but Germany modernized rapidly. Germany's leader, Kaiser Wilhelm II, believed the only way for his country to remain secure was to become the world's most powerful empire. So Germany began to build factories, ports, and railways. It also expanded its military, stockpiled weapons, and took over parts of Africa, Asia, and several Pacific islands. France and Germany were neighbors and bitter rivals. They had fought many wars over the years and did not trust each other. France and Great Britain watched Germany's rise with alarm. So did Russia, Germany's neighbor to the east. What if Germany tried to expand its empire within Europe? Wilhelm II, 1859 to 1941. Kaiser Wilhelm II ruled Germany from 1888 until 1918. Wilhelm was born with a withered left arm, 6 inches shorter than his right. He had a fiery temper and a fondness for wearing military uniforms. Germany was a military dictatorship. Wilhelm and his generals believed in the strength of the armed forces above all else. He did not answer to his people. The day before World War I ended in 1918, the Kaiser fled to the neighboring Netherlands, where he lived until his death. France, Russia, and Great Britain decided to form alliances with one another. An alliance is like a partnership between countries. Alliances meant security and protection. If one country in an alliance was attacked, its allies would defend it. Germany, surrounded by enemies, formed an alliance with its other neighbor, Austria-Hungary. The Austro-Hungarian Empire covered much of Central Europe. Franz Joseph I was its ruler. Franz Joseph I, 1830 to 1916. Franz Joseph I's family, the Habsburgs, had ruled Austria since the 1200s. In 1867, Franz Joseph made a deal with Hungary, a powerful kingdom ruled by Austria at the time. Austria and Hungary became equal partners in a dual monarchy, the Austro-Hungarian Empire, and Franz Joseph I became its leader. Franz Joseph's personal life was filled with tragedy. His wife was assassinated, his son took his own life, and his brother, the Emperor of Mexico, was executed by firing squad. Franz Joseph led his empire into World War I in 1914. Unlike many of his family members, he lived a long life, but did not live to see the end of the war. Some 50 million people lived in the Austro-Hungarian Empire. They came from many cultures and spoke more than a dozen languages. They didn't feel like part of one empire. Each different area felt separate. Franz Joseph worried that some might try to form their own nations. In 1908, Franz Joseph took over a small nation called Bosnia. Bosnia's neighbor was Serbia, which had become independent in 1870.